Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, let's talk about our cultural shocks, coming to the abroad. And of course, we'd like to also know what was your cultural shock, relocating to any part of the world, be it USA, Canada, UK, any European country. What was your, things that were not something you were used to, things that shocked you, the cultural differences, the things that you had to learn and get used to, you know. So for me, I have a whole lot of it, but I'm going to share just few. So I think the very first cultural shock I had was the first time I had to go to the stores to do some groceries. I'd gotten some things and I expected that they were going to package it for me in a bag because that's how it's done in Africa, in Nigeria. So like when you buy things, you get to the cashier, the cashier packs everything for you, then you pay. Only for me to realize, because I was waiting for the person and the cashier asked me, do I need a bag? And I'm like, yes, of course. And then the person said the amount, like what it costs, something p. And I was like really. So it dawned on me that I was meant to pay for the bag. And at that point, I had just cash. I didn't have my ATM or anything. And I came exactly with the cash I needed to buy the stuffs I needed. So I didn't have any other money on me. Eventually, I had to walk home carrying my stuff. I had bread, milk, I think one other thing. I had to carry it like that, you know, open, walking back home. So it kind of shocked me to know that you have to buy a bag after buying the groceries or buying your stuff. You pay for the bag as well. And also, when you finish paying and you pay for a bag, the thing in Nigeria, or the way it's done, is that the cashier packages everything for you, like packs everything inside the bag. But in UK, for instance, you have to pack it by yourself. The cashier just gives you the bag and wait for you to pack your stuff and go. The other cultural shock I had was in calling people by their names, no matter how old they are. And I had to just try to, you know, adjust to it or adapt to the lifestyle, is having to address people by their names, no matter how old the person is, no matter who the person is, even if it's your boss, even if it's, your, even if it's someone way older than you, someone that is old enough to bet you, you address them by their names. Now, I noticed, or I realized, that what is seen as respect in Africa is not the same way white people perceive respect. Now, in Africa, our type of respect seem more like a master and slave kind of relationship, where if you feel this person is bigger than you, this person is maybe your boss, your superior, maybe at your place of work, there is this approach you have to apply each time you go to meet your boss. There is this um feeling of inadequacy, feeling of little you, feeling of, you're talking to your boss, you have to be very polite, you have to keep your body in a type of way that doesn't suggest arrogance or boldness. In fact, you dare not be bold in front of your boss. You have to be as calm, as low, like your voice has to sound like you are begging, like you are talking to your superior. You have to be at their mercy. That is more like it. Sound like you're begging, sound like you're asking for their instructions, sound like you are just their remote control, like they tell you what to do and you don't have a say, you don't have an opinion, you just do it. You talk to them with so much yes sir, like you're trembling, that kind of relationship. Like they not born you well, you dare not feel comfortable enough to have a gist with your boss, or to ask your boss silly questions, or to even ask your boss, are you okay? Is everything all right with you? You don't look good. You you dare not. That will be misinterpreted in so many ways. If you're a lady, it will be seen that you're trying to flirt. If you're a man, I don't know how they will see it. Oh, are you trying to, So that is completely different here. Now, when I was looking for a job, I was writing my email, I was applying and writing my email a type of way. My husband had to step in and teach me the proper way to write emails here. It's not the same way we write emails in Nigeria. When you're looking for a job, you're almost like you're begging for the job. You're acting like someone who is just helpless and have no choice. You don't have a say. You're just at their mercy. You're okay, hello ma, good afternoon ma, hope you're, and all of that. So I realized that no, it's not how it's done here. You address people by their names. As long as you still talk to them with politeness, you talk confidently. You don't talk like you're shrinking, like you're hiding, or somebody is going to kill you. You talk, you air your opinion boldly, confidently, still maintaining politeness. So I had to learn how to be that way. I had to learn to converse with people who are actually way older than me without feeling little in their midst, without feeling like, oh, I shouldn't talk, or I shouldn't ask questions because I'm little. Now, a white person would condescend to any level, that you are, whether you're a child, a teenager, or whether you have nothing. A white man will condescend to that level and talk to you normal without feeling superior to you. But that's not the case in Nigeria. So this and many other things were things I had to learn. There were, different cultural, differences, cultural shocks for me, things I needed to adapt to. And yes, for instance, in my place of work, I have a few colleagues that are grandparents, but I had to get myself to call them by their names. Then the aspect of greeting, I realized that there is a way they greet here. Most of the times, if it's not hello, it is morning, if it's like in the morning. And I'm like, where did they good morning? Where did they good before the morning? Where did he go to? Everybody's like, hello, or morning. In Africa, we don't do that. You greet somebody good morning, and the person replies you with morning, my dear. So you see, our relationship, or the way we relate or interact with people in Africa, has always been different. It has always been that of a senior and a junior, is a master and a slave, an oga and the servant, something like that, an elder and a child. A child cannot even ask an elderly person, how are you? Now in Africa, we say, when you see a child, you're like, when the child greets you, you're like, yes, how are you? The child's only duty is to say, I'm fine, thank you. You dare not say, I'm fine, and you? I'm telling you, that is the mentality. Except for children who were exposed, or who went to, or who are going to very good schools now. But back then, you cannot ask the person, and the person will look at you like, what boldness, how dare you? But here it's not the same. You ask your boss, are you okay? Are you sure? You ask your boss, are you okay? And the person is like, yeah. You're like, hey, you don't look good. And they don't feel bad about that. You don't look good. Like, you don't look, are you okay? You sure? And it's okay. So it's the confidence for me. I think I kind of like it. And the thing is, I'm beginning to get so used to the pattern of greeting that I don't want to get used to it. So to the point where I go and do it in Nigeria, they will just eat me raw. I'm now used to hello. Almost times I'm like, morning. I don't even say good again. Even when I'm chatting with someone in my country, I still say morning. So this is it. One of the cultural shocks, and some of the things I've learned my 3 years of living in UK. It's not that bad, is it? So would you mind telling us the things that kind of shocked you coming here, you know, the things that are so different from where you're coming from, you know, wherever you're coming from, any African country at all? Do you mind sharing that with us? It would be interesting to, you know, it would be very interesting to read from you guys. So yeah, okay guys, thank you once again for watching this video. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thanks for the ones that come by. Thanks for your support and your love. And yes, if you're seeing this for the first time, please remember to subscribe to the channel, like, drop your comments, and share the video. Thanks guys, see you in my next video.